Today I was contemplating what the lean warrior was and why it exists, this whole concept which I keep talking about. And the whole premise of it is, it's just me, how I've lived my life, how I've experienced what I've experienced, what, I want to say mistakes, failures, but things that have gone wrong, but what I've learned from them, because they're not really failures or mistakes, they're just lessons to learn. And this is what I've been thinking today, and it all comes back to the same thing. No matter how far back I go in my life, it comes back to the same thing, honouring myself. And what do I mean by that? Well, part of my impeccable agreements, and what I mean by that is I've wrote down some things for my life that resonate with me, which I do not want to compromise on. And so I strive to work towards these every day. Sometimes I hit, sometimes I miss. Only human after all. But because they're there, because my intention is there to live them, and because they resonate with me, because I wrote them, and that's what I believed. That's the whole ethos of the Lean Warrior. Honouring yourself first. And there's a number of areas I've got with that. Of course, first it's your health, your body, how you nourish your body, not just with food, but what you take in through all the senses. The palate is the first one, of course, which is the hardest to master, but it's something always to strive towards, but because it, food ingested creates hormones which create behaviours which have an effect on who you are. But not just that, what you ingest through your eyes, what you're taking through your eyes, your ears, your nose, all these different things. The news that you hear is inherently miserable, negative. Why do I want to keep putting that into my head? Because ultimately that's how I'm going to turn out, and that's how my view, my perception of the world is going to be. So I minimise that. I don't watch news, I don't read gossip magazines, I don't listen to the crap or read the crap. I keep away from it because it doesn't serve me. I don't want my brain pulled in that direction. So fitness and health is about you and honouring yourself. And making sure you can move, be able to appreciate everything around you. It's too easy to focus on something so far away and just forget everything that's around you. Something that Bruce Lee said, wasn't it? Don't point at the moon, don't look at the finger, or you'll miss all the heavenly glory. But it's true though, isn't it? We're too busy focused on one thing, we forget about all this amazing stuff around us. Then there's balance. Getting rid of the superfluous stuff, getting rid of the baggage, getting rid of every unneeded, unwanted thought, or a materialistic thing, or friend, or whatever it is that's dragging you back. If you feel you cannot cut loose, that's what you must do. Because if you're honouring yourself first, it doesn't matter what anybody else thinks. You come first. So that's when you get to believe in you. You create your values. And then you always work with these values. Then I want to be the best husband I can be. I don't want to be a husband that's not present, and I haven't been present for too long. And I'm mindful of that. And so I'm working on that. It's the same with being the best dad I can be. Constantly doubting myself. Am I doing the right thing? Am I teaching Sam the right values? Am I preaching to him? Am I telling him, or am I asking him questions? Am I inviting him to ask questions? I don't want to imprint me on him. I want him to find out for himself. I don't want to tell him life is difficult, life is hard. Because that's just my view of it. And that's what I probably inherited from my dad, who's been told that, how everyone says life's hard and challenging. Why is that the case? I'm really challenging that truth now, because I'm not sure it's true. And I don't want to give that to him. And of course at the end, when you get so serious all the time, and I know I do, sometimes I'm so intense in these videos, you forget about the fun, the laughter, the smiles. And at the end of the day, that's where this whole thing comes from, which makes you feel warm and fuzzy inside, doesn't it? And then of course, honouring yourself, being me, my happiness first. Don't have to please anybody else first. Has to come from me first. I have to be in this happy place first. And I haven't been for a long time, and I know a lot of other people haven't, because they try and help other people before themselves. And it doesn't work that way. You've heard the oxygen mask on the plane scenario. Put it on first before you help anyone else. And it's the same in life. You are enough. I am enough. And yet, so many times we think we aren't, or we're not good enough. We can't do this or that because we compare ourselves to others, which is all bullshit, of course, because nobody else is you. You are unique in how you view the world. It's all about my life first, or your life first. And then I think, the last thing, purpose. Why am I here? What am I here for? For me, it's showing up. These videos, part of that. Showing up every day. Speaking my truth. Not somebody else's truth, which is what we're really good at. What you think we should be doing. Instead of actually thinking, okay, what am I here for? How do I get to show up? For me to inspire, to coach, to support. To give and receive value in this world. Whatever that value is for me. And that's the whole thing. Why the Lean Warrior exists. Because it's all about, for me, being the best dad I can be, best husband I can be, best me I can be, in the healthiest way, and live up every day and show up to make some kind of impact in this world. That is where this is going, and this is what I'm documenting, and this is what's going to go forwards. And I want to talk a lot about all this going forwards in these videos. So I had to just get that out. I've been writing in it. I've got a new book. I'm writing and getting everything out of my head. Everything I just take for granted that can help others is coming out. I'll keep you posted. Catch you later. See you later.